Do you struggle with creasing or dryness? Join me as I take up the challenge of achieving the perfect, radiant, flawless base routine for mature dark skin. Step by step tutorial. Today I'm showing you exactly how to get a smooth, radiant, crease-free base on mature dark skin. No harshness, no cakey, no filter. Let's get in. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mamus Ate, a makeup artist and a YouTuber based in Warri Delta State, Nigeria. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to watch my videos. Today's video is all about achieving the perfect, radiant, flawless base on mature dark skin, okay? Now let's be real. As our skin matures, makeup can start sitting in the fine lines, looking dry or even turning ashy. But don't worry, because today I'm breaking down a step-by-step routine that gives you smooth, hydrated, glowing skin without heaviness. So if you want your base to look like skin, you better keep watching to the very end. First thing you need to know is skin prep, okay? Skin prep is everything. The secret to a flawless makeup on mature skin is not foundation, it is preparation. And I'm starting with this hydrating moisturizer because mature skin tend to be drier and hydration helps prevent makeup from clinging to texture. Next, I'm going in with an under eye cream. Okay, this helps to protect the skin from over drying. For primer, I'm using a smoothing primer, okay, and I'm focusing on areas where I have fine lines, especially around the mouth, under the eyes. This helps blur texture without making the skin look heavy. Next off is foundation application, and for foundation application, heavy foundation emphasizes texture, okay? Heavy foundation emphasizes texture. So for foundation, when it comes to foundation for mature dark skin, the goal is even tone and not heavy coverage. As you can see, I use a flat brush to apply the product first before using my round foundation brush. And the two foundation I apply is the Fenty Beauty mixed with Huda Beauty foundation, and I'm using an hydrating medium coverage foundation and applying it in thin layer. Notice I am not dragging the product, I am gently pressing it into our skin, okay? Pressing instead of swiping will help the foundation sit smoothly, and this also prevents it from settling into fine lines, okay? Always build coverage gradually. As you can see, I finished from one part of the face before moving to the other part of the face, and that's because too much product at once will emphasize texture, and trust me, you don't want texture on mature skin. As you can see, all our skin tag is being covered. When I was done with the foundation, I went into my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I love how this spray makes your foundation to look like an airbrush finish. And then I went into my damp beauty blender and I'm just blending all of that gently, okay? I'm gently tapping, gently dabbing, gently pressing it into the skin and not dragging, okay? And as you can see, the skin is looking like our skin. It's not looking heavy, it's looking light, and the skin tone of her face matches her neck. This is how you want to make a mature skin look, okay? She's the mother of the bride. Her daughter is getting married, so from start to end of this video, she will be talking. She's on the phone trying to call to make sure event planner is doing their thing and all that. Okay. Next is for concealer. For concealer, less is more, and I'm applying a small amount only where I need brightness, mainly under the eyes, the forehead, the chin. When I was done with that, I took a little bit of blush on her cheekbone because trust me, a little bit of color on a dark skin will not hurt. And I'm letting the concealer to sit for a few seconds before I will blend. This gives better coverage without adding extra products. Okay, yeah, this gives extra coverage without adding extra products. As you can see, when I was done with one part of the blush application, I went to the other part of the face to apply the blush also, and now I'm back to my concealer, and I like to use a brush to apply it first, blend gently. Let me leave you with another secret for mature skin. Just blend. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself the grace to blend, blend, blend. It will amaze you how everything will disappear. Just blend before using a damp beauty blender. Okay, and the reason it is important to use a damp sponge and press lightly, this keeps the finish soft and natural. I'll say that again. When you use a beauty blender to press gently or blend lightly, it gives the makeup a finish that is soft and looking natural. As you can see, she's looking all natural, and now it's time for setting. Powder is where many people go wrong with mature skin. In mature skin, you do not bake. I'm not baking, I'm just setting, and I'm using a finely mild setting powder and applying it very lightly only on areas that will also crease. As you can see, I'm under a zygomatic bone and I'm blending. Just blend. I'm using a powder puff. In recent time, I use this to set the face because I just like the smoothing effect that it gives. It gives you this smoothing filter effect. I love it. And then it's time for blush. Like I said, blush does not do any harm to the face, especially if you know the right place to apply it. And trust me, for mature skin, anything you do, you want to go light-handed. You don't need to make the face look heavy, okay? Because full matte products can make the skin look flat and dry. So make sure that in anything you are doing, it looks more natural and youthful, okay? And then it's important you only use powders on area where it is necessary. When I was done with the blush application, time for brows. Our advice for mature skin: if the client is not interested in the brows, you can skip it. But my client requested for her brows, okay? She requested for my signature brows, which is using the Edgar and Esther brow gel pomade to achieve your eyebrows, okay? As you already know, at the beginning of the makeup, she had microbladed brows on, and so I covered it, okay? So she wants our brows. She wants our signature brows. Trust me to deliver. So I'm using the Mirac flat angle brush as usual. I did her brows, the brows that will suit her face shape. Nothing much, just simple, okay? For mature skin, you don't want too many drama. You just want to make sure that everything is in place, okay? Those parts of her eyes that are looking like they are not looking like a babe on, so you want to make her look like a babe and more, okay? And then the concealer I use for highlight is the concealer I'm using for the brow bone, okay? And I'm using the same angle brush, which is from the Edgar and Esther. You just want to apply the concealer gently, follow our brow bones, and then I went into my White Glam Cosmetics blending brush, use the Lavender Beauty powder, applied on the brow bone, because trust me, whether you like it or not, it's important to always set your concealer with a powder. After you apply a concealer, make sure you always go back to setting, okay? And then one of my signature is that I do not use concealer on top of the brows. So what I usually do is to use a powder to just apply on top of the brows to make sure that the brows are properly blended, because I do not like the sharp effect that concealer gives to you at the top of the brows. Okay, so I only highlight the brow bone, and now I'm using a brown shade of powder from the Lavida powder palette to apply on the beginning of her brows, and I'm blending it into her nose. Okay, so the contour powder that I use on her nose is what I'm using for the beginning of the brows, and I'm still going back into the brows to further blend the areas where I feel they are not properly blended. Okay, and it's my client's daughter's wedding, so she requested for a matte eyes, like nude it all. Do you understand? Do you get that? Nude it all. She requested for a nude eyeshadow, a nude eyes. So trust me, Mama makeup is going to be bronzy, and she's going to look like that perfect dark skin beauty. Done with priming the eyes, and for priming the eyes I use my finger to just warm the eyeshadow primer into the eyelid, and then I went into my Annie's brown eyeshadow palettes. Okay, this is one of my most favorite eyeshadow palette because you can use this eyeshadow palette to achieve any makeup look you want, whether smoky eyes, whether nude, whether neutral, whether bronzy. You can see I started with the light brown shade, and then I applied the light brown on the eyelid. Okay, of course, blending is key, so I just take the product applied on the waterliner and tap 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 tap. That is the secret to a flawless eyeshadow application. Don't drag. As you can see, my smallest finger is on the eyelid. Okay, I place it on the eyelid to those excess skin that are there, that are causing lines, that are causing fine lines on the eyes. I use my smaller finger to drag it up a little bit, and then I apply my eyeshadow so that there are no lines, there are no ash lines, there are no breaking lines, there are not fine lines on the eyes. Okay, this is simple. When I was done with one eyes, I went to the other eyes and did the same process. Take the eyeshadow, light brown looking like light orange, you tap, you place, you dab, gently move from one section to the other section. No dragging, please. Okay, makeup application requires lots of techniques, especially for mature skin. You want to be careful. This is a closer look of the eyes. Don't you like what you are seeing? There are no space, there are no ash line. Just gradually build. Okay, for mature skin, you need to master the act of blending. Blend. Okay, and then I went back to my fluffy eyeshadow brush and took a bit of the Lavida powder that I used to highlight the brow bone earlier, and then I'm just blending so there are no ash line. When I was done with that, I went into my gel liner. Look at this technique. I place my smallest finger on top of her eyelid, dragged a little, and then I'm applying the lashes. I'm applying the black gel liner inside her eyes. Okay, and this is going to make her eyes look not just sexy and beautiful, but also natural, because you are not seeing so many dark eyeliner on her eyelid. And I usually do this process for mature skin, especially when they insist they are not going to fix false lashes. So I did this for my client because she said she'll be wearing her eyeglass and she's not going to fix any false lashes. Okay, when I was done with that, I went into my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I love the glowing effect this just gives, and I love how it takes off all the powder effect. Okay, see how she's looking beautiful and her skin instantly just glows. So I went in, I waited for that to dry with a mini fan, and then I went into a black mascara from Zaron Cosmetics. When I was done with that, it's time for lips application. If you have watched this video till now, let me know in the comment section your favorite parts and the favorite tips you have learned for mature dark skin. Okay, let me know in the comment section. I'll be waiting to reply you. So it's time for the lips, and trust me, no matter the age, you want to line the lips properly before you apply lipstick. Okay, she love this lipstick. In fact, it's a requested look. She loved it. Guys, this is your finished look. When I was done, I went in with my Glow One Size finishing spray to lock all of that. Okay, finishing spray is very important. Setting with a spray, it melts all the layers together and gives a skin finish look. Okay, this is optional though, but trust me, you won't regret it. And this is the finished look: radiant, smooth and flawless without looking heavy. Check out those eyes, dark from inside, no lashes but yet beautiful. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what is your biggest struggle with based makeup. I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, be happy, smile often, and bye guys. Mwah.